everybody. Welcome to Blastalk. I'm Juan Pablo, and I'm here with Nolan Webber. What's up, brother?
Not shit. Just here on another podcast. This time it's all about drumming and death metal, and that sounds like my cup of tea.
Fuck yeah, that's badass. Thank you for doing this, dude. I really appreciate you, man.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
So, Nolan, tell me a little bit about yourself and what bands you play in.
I am Nolan Webber. I play with a death metal band, Corroded. I play with a black metal band called Verator. I play with another black metal band right now called Cataphract. And I play in this like power metal band that's kind of new from here in Kansas City called Emerald Eye. And I live here in Kansas City, and I fucking basically just drum and dab and play in my bands all the time.
So, needless to say, you are a busy man.
I am busy, but it's all fun. It's all fun. It's good to keep the chops up and to have a lot of goals.
Of course, and the best thing about playing in different bands is that you get to play like different styles in each band and do a little bit, different in each band.
That's the damn truth. Though both my black metal bands aren't too different in drumming styles. It's a lot of like the 160, 170 BPM one foot blast for damn near the whole fucking song.
Yeah.
And
Hell
then
yeah.
D beats and shit. I love it though. I love that shit.
That's fucking killer. I think you sent me a video using the iron covers. Is that what you're using right now? Iron covers, or do you? Because you also have the tricks, right? You also.
I have the tricks right here, but this I'm going through the same problem that every trick drummer has been suddenly going through, where they're like the bias rod starts making a clicking noise, and it's making my main pedal like really fucking awful to play. But apparently, it's not that much to replace, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I was just playing on the Iron Cobras because I wasn't going to trigger on that Cataphract album I just recorded, and I was just like, I want something that's going to just break the freaking kick drum head, and they did the job just right.
Wow,
Iron Cobra.
one of the thing about those iron covers is that they're tough as fuck, man. Like
Fuck
you
yeah,
can
they
fucking run
are.
them over and they fucking don't break. I mean, shit.
Yes. I have some Flexi Glides that I still own from when I was like 16 years old and I bought them. They're just single pedals, and I don't use them for anything. But I just got them regular ass iron covers, but I got the Bigfoots right here. I still love these damn things, but I gotta get that little problem fixed. I can still play on them, but it's annoying as hell. You felt them? Like I let my buddy Trenton Salyer try them out, and he was just like, "Ooh, yeah, that's noticeable."
Oh yeah, see, I used Axis for a long time, and at the end, like
Oh,
I was having a lot of issues with Axis, man. Like the stuff started stripping, and it started kind of like falling apart. Um,
Axis, man. Don't even fucking man. Oh man,
it
I have
sucks.
an Axis junkyard, bud.
Oh yeah, that's
I have
funny.
I think I have 6 single pedals and not a single bit of a double pedal assembly because that thing destroyed itself when I was like 18. I just got rid of or lost the fuck out of it. But Axis, they are like Tinker toys.
It
And the
sucks because
Allen screws.
I really liked how they looked and everything, and like back in the day, they were like the fucking shit to have, right? The
Yes,
longboards, Axis
yes.
longboards, A1s and all that. And yeah, I mean, like nowadays, there's like so many badass pedals. Which one is the one from Europe, the ACD that look like
Oh,
tricks?
the ACD Unlimited. I'm getting myself a pair of them.
Oh, those look fucking beautiful, man. Those really
I,
look awesome,
I
dude.
can't wait to get them, but I'm still gonna play these tricks all the time because they're wonderful. They're just anything's better than like I just Axis is just so poorly built. Their bearings are so bad. The things screw like or they strip like crazy. I cannot believe some of the shit they have that was Allen adjustable. I'm glad they changed it to drum key like recently or whatever. But when I was buying Axis as a young person, I was wasting goddamn money on
Oh yeah,
these
yeah, I
shit.
did too. I did actually on when I was on tour with Extremely Rotten several times that we played in California. I actually went to the shop and I met the owners and they were super fucking cool. And three times that I went to the shop, they actually like they did maintenance in my pedals and they left them set up like brand fucking new. But the thing is like, they just didn't last. They didn't last too long without, start
Nope.
falling apart. So, hopefully, I mean, with as time went by, hopefully they kind of fixed it. I've been using tricks, but I'm using the Dominators,
They're great. I
and
wish I had a pair of them.
yeah, those have been great, and I've had those for like about 3 years, and they're amazing, dude. I've been
They pay
beating
for themselves then. Shit.
exactly. I've been beating the fuck out of them, and they're still perfect. They're still solid. Nothing moves on them. They make no noise.
Yep.
So, but
Yep.
maybe I think also depends like on the plane. If you have like a
Agreed.
heavy foot, If you're a light hitter, or if you're like heavy hitter, I guess it also depends on that as well, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I totally agree. But one thing that really I loved about the tricks, especially, because one thing I didn't like about them coming from an Axis user and then a Speedcoder user, is I thought the tricks were too heavy at first. But then through some adjustment, I liked them. But the thing that I sold me about them, because I was always using two bass drums because I hated every drive shaft ever fucking made. And I still have the drive shaft that came with these trick pedals. The thing rules. I sometimes I'm like, it's easier to trigger two kicks, but is it anymore now that I got the on triggers? I feel like I'm a one bass drum guy now just because of how good drive shafts have come, and the trick one is great.
Yeah, maybe the one for you got the Bigfoot, right? Because the one that I have is like it's great. It's still great. Don't get me wrong, but that the issue that is always is like when you push the pedals back and you let them go at the same time, like both pedals will
Yeah,
be going and then one kind of stops and then the other one keeps going. The left one kind of stops.
yeah.
It's never the same. But then in those ACD, they got those shafts and they keep going perfectly balanced at the
And
whole
they
entire
also
and they stop at the same time. I'm like, okay, I really want to feel how that is to play like in a perfectly balanced shaft, like dry shaft, as if you were playing two single pedals.
well, when I get my ACD Unlimited, I'm gonna come to Denver and we're gonna do some dabs and we're gonna smoke some
Uh,
joints and you can play on them.
oh fuck yeah, that'll be fuck. Yeah, that's a deal, brother. You know.
Fuck yeah!
And now
I can't
now
wait.
now you talk about smoking, I'm gonna light my joint up because it ain't a real podcast with me if we ain't fucking smoking. You know.
I got my nice little spread in front of me for now. I'm just going to start with this nice heavy indica, 91% fucking cartridge, and this thing's been fucking my ass up since I got it.
Damn, indica. So you're an indica smoker.
Hell through and through, man. It seems like most of the time sativa kind of ain't too cool. I don't know. I do like it, but I prefer to get indicas or even a hybrid with or whatever, you know?
See, that's funny because I have a lot of friends that they'll be like, "Oh, I don't smoke sativa because it makes me act crazy." But I smoke anything. I mean, the only thing is like sometimes there is some indicas that just obviously make me fucking pass out, make me sleepy. But man,
Yeah,
I can definitely just smoke whatever. If it's fucking beautiful weed, I'll smoke it. I don't care.
you know, and if I lived in a place like Denver where I could just go to any fucking store ever and get it like it's a bottle of wine, I'd probably be smoking more weed. But here I'm still buying it from fucking drug dealers and shit. So it's gotta be like a get what you get and don't throw a fit.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's how it is. When I was growing up in Colombia, obviously weed wasn't legal growing up in Colombia or anything.
I
So
bet it fucking wasn't.
we had to go to a ghetto place, and we never like had like the choice of picking what kind of weed we got, what kind of strain, like if it was an indica, if it was a sativa, like it's just whatever they had. You fucking pay. They give you a little piece of newspaper wrapped up like in a ball, and then you open the newspaper, and it was a weed right there. And the thing is like
Hell yeah.
it was always a thing like to go get weed in Colombia when I was growing up when I was a teenager. This is the thing. It's like growing up in a rough country that if you were like a metalhead and you were a pothead, obviously not everybody, but if you wanted to be like hang out in the streets, you had to be like toughen up. So going to get weed was super fucking sketchy. So because of the neighborhoods, I mean, it's a lot of poverty. And not only like
Yeah.
the poverty, like if you have something nice, like if you're wearing nice shoes or you're wearing a fucking bass hoodie, there are two, three guys can show up and just fucking pull a big ass fucking knife and a machete and be like, "Give me everything." And
Fuck.
exactly, it's like, "Oh, you want to fight three motherfuckers with knives, or you want
No,
to?"
no.
I'm like, "Okay, take my shoes, take my wallet, bro, like whatever." So it was really scary, dude. So no, yeah,
That
that's
sucks.
I grew up in like it was rough. I mean, obviously not everything was rough everywhere in Colombia, but like there was parts. If I was a pothead, I was a metalhead since I was like 15 years old, 16, like smoking pot and getting into those fucking neighborhoods. So what I would do to avoid getting robbed and avoid maybe getting stabbed or whatever, I would wake up at 5 in the fucking morning, leave the house at 5:30, and as soon because you will go into a house and once you some lady's house, some old lady's house, and the old lady and her son would sell it. So they will open
Okay.
they will open business at 6 in the morning. So it'll be boom 6 a.m. buying the fucking weed. In fact, I used to go like before school, and in Colombia, when you go to school, you have to you wear a uniform because like most
Okay.
most of most of schooling, high school, middle school, and high school, and all that is like private schooling. So you wear uniforms. So it would be like always me 6 in the morning buying the weed before I went to school and shit. But yeah, it's like
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like a big difference to what it is now, especially living here in Denver. Going from like going to
I
like
can only imagine.
a sketchy ass little houses, shitty, scary neighborhoods to like driving fucking 5 minutes from where I live, going into a
Yeah,
dispensary that has 8 different strains or 10 different strains, and that's just strains of flower. Then
yeah.
you got the waxes, the
Then
edibles,
edibles,
oh,
stupidest edibles in the
all
world.
kinds of
Fucking
shit.
sodas that have THC in them. Like, come on. I've had a sparkling water with fucking THC in it. I was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
whoa,
A lot of
why
CBD
not?
drinks. Actually, yeah, I like some CBD drinks. There's several good ones here. You find real good stuff here in Denver, obviously. It's like everything marijuana, you know?
Well,
So,
one thing that because I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska for many years, and when Denver really started hardcore becoming like the first truly recreational state and all that stuff, that totally trickled on over to Lincoln, Nebraska. Like the second that started going down, weed prices went down and quality went up. And since I moved to Kansas City and now Illinois is a fucking recreational state, that's also happened here. It's crazy how this shit's going down and watching it go down in like the Midwest where it's so motherfucking illegal.
well, I mean, hopefully, all the rest of the states are gonna learn from the
Kansas
states
will.
that are
Kansas will
legal.
not.
I mean, if they legalize it federally, then it's whatever. So hopefully that's where people are gonna like actually wake up and realize. I mean, the only political thing that I will say is that if all these old motherfuckers can just fucking die and fuck off, and we get some new young blood in there to actually legalize fucking weed and fucking
Yep.
kill the
Yep.
pharmaceutical business, it will
Yep.
do us so much better. Joe Rogan just released a CBD line of products that are is fucking cheap as fuck, and the pharmaceutical is extremely fucking pissed at the dude because he's selling it. He's selling the products for way cheaper, and they're great, and they have no side effects. Because
Fucking A.
fuck pharmaceutical. CBD is where it's at, and weed is where it's at. You know, all THC, all CBD.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. That's what I'm saying. You know. So anyway, Nolan. So how long have you been playing, brother? How long? How old were you when you started playing drums?
Since Y2K, like a little after Y2K, because my dad and parents thought the end of the fucking world's gonna happen, and they bought a shit ton of goddamn music here, and we lived in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, so I just started drumming hella fucking young, like 10 years old.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I'm probably like hello, like really older than you, and I've been drumming like 15 years. Like I started drumming like 2005, 2007. Like kind of like started taking it a little bit serious, but I was like serious as far as I can take it because I'm not that good enough. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing it because I fucking always been a metalhead, always been passionate about drums. Actually, I went to a military academy for 2 years
Whoa.
in Colombia. I was in the because actually like you have to it's mandatory in Colombia to go to the army. Like
Whoa. Holy
yeah,
shit.
so you turn 18 and you have to go to the army. But before 18, when I was like
Sucks.
15 and 16, I did a military. I was in a military academy, so I did a little bit of the marching band. So I was always really passionate about it. But the thing is, in Colombia, when I was a teenager and I was just fucking hell Satan, on nothing but black metal. Like when I was a teenager, I used to take black metal really fucking serious. And I
As
think
did I. It
as
was
did many of us that grew up with black metal, right?
I don't know if you can relate to it, but I drank the heaviest when I was like fiercely into nothing but black metal. I was in this band Typhon, and we listened to fucking nothing but black metal constantly, and that was all I was about there for a
No,
bit.
dude, I was consumed by fucking black metal and hate and also ignorance, and I did all kinds of fucking drugs. But the thing is, like, so my parents, like my mom and my stepdad, they were like, "Fuck no, we ain't gonna buy your fucking drum set because you're gonna drive us crazy and you're gonna play that satanic music."
Oh yeah.
So as a teenager, I never got into fucking playing drums because I had no support from my family or anybody, and I was just
Oh.
and like thinking about jobs, like actually, like my stepdad, my mom, like my upbringing has been a really a roller coaster. Like I've lived like the poorest, and I also have lived with my stepdad had a lot of money, and so
Mhm.
and then I came here. to this country by myself. I've been here for like 24 years by my own.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
no family, and just just struggling and fucking fighting and working and keep killing it with no one. So it's been a little
Fuck
bit
yeah.
it's been a little bit, yeah, it's been a strange. I've had a real you know kind of crazy and weird life. But so what I'm saying is that I didn't have that support from a family to be able to get into drumming earlier on in my younger years. So and then the first years I was here in the States, I was just partying and hanging out with these brutal death metal bands from Colombia called Internal Suffering and Gore Trade. Super sick
Okay.
fucking brutal death metal bands. And I was hanging out with them every weekend. And when they recorded their albums in 2003, 2004, we were going to like the Maryland Death Fest. The first
Mm-hmm.
Maryland Death Fest were like brutal death metal. Real like a bunch of brutal death metal bands. They were sick as fuck, dude. Really cool
Hell
shit. So,
yeah.
so I spent those years kind of like watching those guys drum, my friends. And I got into it in 2005, 2006. But anyway, enough about me. I'm just saying, I'm comparing it that like you started when you were young, so that's like real fucking badass, and no wonder why you're such a fucking sick machine, dude. Like,
I appreciate it, but I had the opposite experience as you, man. I didn't have a soul around me that was into the same music growing. Like the reason I got into death metal drumming, yes, I had a ton of support from my dad and my mom, but my dad a lot because he bought like a PA system that was so fucking loud that I could play drums at full volume along to it. You'd get drunk as hell and stoned and just be loving it. And I'd be playing along to AC/DC and shit. He'd be like, "You fucking rock" and shit. I'd be like, "I
yeah, it's
fucking."
fucking awesome. See, that's what's up. You grew up with
My
a
dad,
a musical family with your dad. That's fucking
yeah,
killer, man.
he's a long-haired metalhead motherfucker. He lives in the middle of nowhere, and he listens to his music louder than shit. Fucking, but I didn't. I got into death metal drumming by watching goddamn videos I downloaded on freaking LimeWire. I randomly got some videos of Derek Roddy just playing on a Sonar drum set and these Tasty cymbals, playing to no music, just drumming. And I was like, I didn't even know what triggers were. And I was like, his bass drum sounds like the most incredible thing I'd ever heard in my motherfucking life. I was like, I
Yeah,
can't
it's like,
believe.
bro,
Yeah,
that dude is one of
he's
the
the
fucking
best.
masters. He's one of the masters.
He's one of my favorites. Yeah, absolutely. And he literally started it all. I don't one foot on my blast like he does. I'm trying to get there, and I do work on it, but I can't at a lot of these tempos. Like I can't do a 260 BPM 1 foot blast very well. It sucks, but whatever. I'm fucking he just fucking inspires me because of his fucking polyrhythmic shit and the fact that he really doesn't even use any fingers and he does all wrist. It's crazy. And also the Derek Roddy fucking bell pattern. That's motherfucking his. The blast that he goes ding 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 ding. That's his.
That's
If you do
killer,
that,
dude.
that's Derek Roddy's.
And his drum rolls like very powerful, like you said. He didn't use fingers, so he doesn't use fingers, so he's just a power machine, man. You
Yeah, he
know,
is.
I got a
He's a
little
spanker.
fuck yeah. I got a crazy story. I got like a cool story from back in the day in 2003. When I was talking about New Jersey. I went to it wasn't 2003. It was more like 2005. I went to this fest, and it was in Asbury Park, New Jersey. If you don't know
Mm-hmm.
about Asbury Park looks like a fucking ghost town, and
Oh shit.
it was winter, and let me tell you, brother, it was about negative 20 degrees, and this is next to a fucking beach, so the water makes it even colder. So we had
That's
to walk.
fucked.
We had to take the train all the way to Asbury Park. We took the train and we walked like fucking 45, like 40 minutes, 30 minutes to the venue, and it was this huge, kind of like col- empty, kind of like basketball place, like an old school basketball coliseum or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was like the sickest fucking bands. Like we walk in, and there was these two guys sitting like just chilling, and they were like kind of like upset. And we went out and started talking to them, and it turned out to be a guys from Crisium. And they were like, "Oh
Oh
man,
shit.
they made us play so fucking early. Like these promoters are fucking shit. These venues, like the sound is terrible." And we're like, "Oh shit, that sucks, man. It sucks. We missed you." And then we kept walking. We got to kind of like where one, because it was like three different stages, and I was wearing my Hate Eternal. Which one is the album? I forgot the name of the album. The one that Tim Young recorded
Oh, I can't
before.
remember either, but I know what you're talking
I
about.
said Conquer. I said I Conquer. What is it? God damn it! It's the one before Kings of All Kings.
I can't
Anyway,
remember the name off the top. I'm stoned as fuck right now.
yeah, no. Anyway, like I didn't even know who, like, I didn't know Derek Roddy, but Hey Turner was playing that show. And Derek Roddy straight up walked up to me. He's like, dude, that's a fucking sick ass shirt. You know, this guy, Tim Young, recorded the drums for this band. I mean, for the album. And I'm the new drummer on fucking Hey Eternal. And I met the dude and he was telling me how they had a fucking wreck and their trailer got all destroyed and they had no merch. So I can buy no merch from them because their fucking trailer got fucking destroyed on a wreck.
Damn.
And, but yeah, I got to see fucking Hey Eternal with Derek Roddy, and this was early 2000s, dude. Right when King of All Kings came out, you know, which is, one of the sickest death metal like classics, for
It
sure.
is absolutely, but man, that changed everything. That really changed everything. Fucking, and so did I Monarch too, just because he became the fucking fusion death metal drummer on that son of a bitch, and every song it slaps. That motherfucker, I love that shit so fucking much. That's the first shit I ever fucking got hella into on Hate Eternal. I was also an active lurker on the Derek Roddy forum many fucking years back in the day. Were you ever on that bitch?
No,
Oh well, there's a couple of us that are out there on the fucking Facebook. Like there's a guy named Michael Arcane. He was the admin for that shit. It's
that's
crazy.
killer though. That's killer.
That fucking blue Sonor drum set that Derek Roddy had, he ended up giving that to that Michael dude for adminning for the page. I don't know what Michael did with it because now he's got this like custom made DW ass drum set with the fucking craziest. He's got one of the fucking not drum. It's a drum rack, but it's on a riser where you kind of sit back a bit as you're playing. You know,
Right,
you ever
right.
see the dudes with that? That's the how do you even haul that shit around? You got to use like a fucking semi truck to haul that drum set around or something. But motherfucker, yeah. Sorry, I'm rambling about Derek Roddy forum shit. Derek Roddy's the man. He will always be the man. He seems like the
He will
friendliest
always
dude
be a
ever.
man. No, he's
Yeah.
super fucking cool. He's also he's a snake breeder. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the craziest shit to me. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
dude, man, I got stories because I lived in Florida, dude. So kind of like snake breeding is kind of like a normal thing over there. And
Whoa.
I live with a dude that had fucking 14 snakes. He had a boy that was fucking had a python, like a fucking python that was fucking like 12 feet. Dude, he would be like, he would get like shit faced drunk. He'll be like, wake up, be like, hey man, I can't find my snake. I'm like, what the fuck? And we would go look, and it'll be this fucking thick ass fucking snake. I mean, he had a few of them that were kind of like not friendly. So when I tried to take those out, that like when he would be feeding them, they would like fucking snap at him and shit. And I was like, fucking
Damn.
hey. But the big ones, they were like super friendly, but it was insane too. Like sometimes I would walk out of my fucking room high as fuck and like a huge ass fucking python in the middle of the fucking room, dude. It's fucking Florida for you, bro. That's fucking Florida straight up, dude. So yeah,
I
Derek
thought.
Roddy, like, makes sense that he's a snake breeder because fucking Hey Turner, Florida, you know. Talk
Yeah.
about
That's.
also like Eric Rutan, those guys, all those fucking badass motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah. That dude's. That's one successful ass motherfucker. He's got his name in the death metal society just etched permanently. Old Eric Rutan and Derek Roddy. I haven't heard too much other shit that Derek Roddy's done. I haven't heard that Serpent's Rise stuff.
Ah,
Last time, really.
he's doing Nadar's deck. He's done that. Have you heard?
Oh,
Fuck yeah, dude. You gotta fucking check him out right there. He's also done a few live shows with them for sure. And then he's also gonna be doing this project, this huge project that's got like fucking like 15 fucking amazing musicians from a lot of the bands that we grew up listening to, like Glenn Benton and all that. Like a lot of people, like this,
okay, okay.
a lot of people. I actually, dude, was fucking uh, honored. I'm like so fucking lucky that I got to record 3 drum tracks for the dude because I do. His name's Jim Ross. He also plays guitar for Nether's Deck, and he's playing with Derek Roddy. Jim Ross is a fucking guitar guy. He's like one of the baddest motherfuckers I've ever met. For real.
Cool.
So anyway, Derek Roddy is gonna be like 3 tracks with him with that things. That project is called Band Whore. I was actually lucky enough to hear one track with Derek Roddy, and it's fucking sick ass death metal, dude. It's not gonna disappoint, dude.
I
Um,
can't wait to hear it. Shit.
yeah, but you were talking about I Monarch, Hey Eternal and King of All Kings. We're talking about Derek. You know the one in I Monarch. Something that I took a lot influence from in I Monarch is that he's doing a part where he's like blasting and he's got a double snare, so he's doing the
Yeah, yeah.
that's like so fucking sick. Like I seen that, like I heard that in the album, and then I see him doing the video. He added like another snare, there's a few parts that I had in Extremely Rotten that I'm like, oh, that shit is so fucking sick. What can I do? Something similar. I don't want to copy it exactly. So I started doing like a gravity blast, doing the same beat, but like, but I won't hit the same snare. So I'm doing gravity. It's fucking
That's
killer, dude.
that's
And
a cool ass idea. Shit.
that's all from Derek Roddy, dude. That's how we get ideas as drummers from watching other amazing drummers, right?
Yeah, I stole this idea from it's an idea kind of like his in a Garroted song. It's where I'm doing a double bass groove and it's just going but I have my left hand on the fucking hi-hat and I'm going
Dude, I was just gonna ask you that because when I first met you, it was in a fest. I'm not even gonna name the fest, but it was in a fest. You know why? Either
sorry.
way,
Go on.
dude, I was because believe it or not, the name that was flying around as soon as I got to the fest was like Nolan. You gotta check out Nolan. Everybody was talking about you because I mean like the people that knew me and they're like they know I'm a drummer, so it's like you gotta check out Nolan. That dude is the sickest motherfucker ever. And I remember that I finished and I walked out the back. I got out the stage and I seen you. I'm like, when we met, I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? How
I
you doing?
remember.
And you're like, oh, I heard some blast beats. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to fucking see you. And then, dude, like watching you play and doing that fucking trick, well, I was just like jaw dropped. And like, how did he just come up with that? How creative is he, dude? I was mind blown, dude. So since then, and this is about what 3 years ago, four maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
But I think it's 2017, so it's 3 years ago. Since then,
Okay.
I've been a huge fan, dude. I was like, holy shit, fucking
Fuck
Nolan
yeah,
is a
dude.
beast, dude.
We've been friends on Facebook since then. I've been a fan of yours also. Shit.
No,
You're a beast
dude.
as well.
No, dude, thank you. I appreciate that. But like seriously, dude, I mean your style, I'm so obsessed watching your videos every time you post them, dude. So, I think you're great. You're a very talented dude. So now let me ask you another thing. You mentioned that you ever try out for like any bigger black metal bands?
Uh,
Or are you gonna play for a black metal band that kind of like broke up?
I was
Or am I too high? Or am I maybe like imagining something? I don't know.
I was asked if I could drum for old Absu, and I was like, yes, I can drum for
That's
Absu.
fucking it, bro. Okay.
And then that
Uh,
all that shit happened, and I just kind of like whatever about it all. I fucking it's whatever, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
because hey, listen, the drama between bands and shit that always gonna happen. So who gives a fuck about the drama? We don't care about that. Like we have to focus on what is fucking brutal. Is that you got asked to be fucking absolute, dude. And Prescriptor, god damn
Yeah,
it, dude. I'll tell you, that's
big fan,
hats off to that motherfucker. That
big fan.
motherfucker. I've been a fan since I'm fucking 17 years. I'm 40 years old, dude. I've been a fan since I'm fucking 17 years old, dude. Since 1997, I had Bars and
Yeah,
Vitriol in a CD, and I would
fuck
fucking
yeah,
look at this, and I'm like, so
Sunday.
I would listen to that shit, dude. Like seriously, like those bands from back in the 90s, they're like to me are very, very special, dude. Like they hold a place in my fucking black heart, dude. Like Absol is one of them, and when
Same,
you now that
same.
you mentioned it, when you told me about it, I was like, I can fucking believe that because like that drumming is amazing. To me, it's mind blowing. It's one of my, and I cannot drum like that. I mean, a little bit, but not exactly like you do, like he fucking Prescriptor does. And I just watch like the Highland Tyrant Attack live video that he has from.
Ugh.
I don't even know where it is, but he just to sing and to use the fucking bells and the rides and the rolls. Absol has always been a fucking sick band in my fucking personal
I
opinion,
agree,
in my book,
dude.
dude.
And we opened for Absu quite a long time ago. Not quite a long time. I think it was like 2016 or 2017. No, it was I don't know. It was when my bass player joined Garroted, and freaking um, I forgot. Oh yeah, during that tour, fucking halfway through the set, Proscriptor got off from the drum set and then started doing just lead vocals and shit. And I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing
That
ever.
was like what 2 years ago, right? That was 2 years.
Something like that. I felt
Yeah,
like an eternity
he
ago.
did like the last 3 or 4 songs, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
they had that drummer that got on stage and played. He was
Dick
fucking
Rick.
good, dude. He fucking
I
hit pretty
know.
hard. He was hitting hard hitter, like you know, very close to the style of Prospector. Yeah, to the
I
best.
agree. I it sucked that fell through, but at the same time, it's like whatever. Fucking, I've still just recorded so many fucking albums and stuff since that whole thing went down. So it's not like anything. It's not too bad. I don't really give a shit.
Right, right.
I've recorded 2 black metal albums and a death metal album since that shit all went down.
Man, I got a curse that every
Got
time
this fucking cat.
I've been having a curse lately because like I record and then it just takes forever to get the shit out, and I don't know what to do. I got several recordings out there, dude, and so I learned how to do doubles, and it's still like not quite ready. One of the bands that I've been working on, VX, which
Yeah.
is a new death metal band. That one is almost ready to like release 2 songs. So we're gonna be shooting a video here in 2 weeks. So we're already
Okay.
getting like the final mixes. But the thing is like with this band, we're not gonna take the approach of trying to have the most perfect, polished recording, because that's how every band nowadays sounds. Like if you hear
Oh,
I
I
mean,
agree.
I don't know what your opinion is on this, but this is kind of like something that I miss from that metal recordings from back in the day. They were more organic, and especially the drums. Now I hear recordings, and the drums are like like literally drum machines, and then it's like, oh well,
Yeah.
it's not a drum machine, but like, hey, I know many of these recordings are drummers, and the drummers are amazing, but they sound so fucking flawless and perfect that it kind of takes like the human feeling of it, you know?
Yeah. I don't really care for that sound whatever, like whatsoever. I hate the way that fucking shit sounds. I'd rather hear a peeny ass fucking snare drum and shit like that. I really like fucking more raw drums. I definitely fucking with Garroted, especially we go raw with that son bitch. It's not too polished up, and everything's done in 1 to 2 takes without a metronome. Try to do it, and we just record the drums and the scratch tracks live, and then take off from there. We just try to do it bare bones, minimalistic style. And it always sounds
Yeah,
a bit brutal, and it's a little sloppy here and there because of it, but that makes it hard to replicate. It's
exactly.
really unique, really unique.
But it makes it human. It makes it more like I'm actually listening to a fucking band practice than just fucking listening to something that somebody spent hours right, behind a computer fixing it.
Dragging and dropping and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck all
fuck all that.
that.
I
Fuck
mean,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. It's like you wanna hear if you're gonna record drums and then you're gonna make everything absolutely fucking perfect and make it sound like a machine, then might as well use some fucking machine, dude. You know, right?
Yeah,
Again, everybody thinks a little bit different, but as drummers, a lot of us do appreciate the organic sound of it. Um, that's why I've been
I
like,
definitely do.
have you heard Dead Congregation?
Dead congregation? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that's a perfect example of like listening to organic fucking like a badass fucking sound, dude. That's like
Mm-hmm.
real fucking death metal, and it can still be brutal, and it still sounds fucking tight. This other band that I like a lot is like Infernal War.
I fucking love Infernal War so
Dude.
much.
Okay, okay.
I really love Infernal War.
God
They're one
damn
of my
it.
favorite bands ever. I
Same,
really, really love
same,
Infernal War.
same here, brother. What is it?
Ooh.
The storm is it Stormblast or what's his name?
Stormblast is their drummer. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is
it's
a mother.
Stormblast. He's got such a fucking orthodox style, but he's a blast machine, dude. I watch him, I'm like, holy fuck, your style looks fucking horrible, dude, but you fucking blast like a machine.
It looks like he's masturbating. It's
I
sick.
know. He's got the
It's
sickest
so
push pull, dude.
the
He's got like
weirdest push pull. I don't
I
know what to call it.
fucking
Terror Front. It's on Terror Front. Every single song on Terror Front shreds ass. Every single song on Redesecration shreds ass. Fuck, I love Redesecration. What's that? Conflagrator is incredible also. I love that son bitch. I heard that newest album and I liked it also. It seems like it's getting slower, but at the same time, it still has the same riff style, just the chaos riffing. Like I love that fucking shit so much.
what
Infernal
the
War
fuck,
tickles
dude? What
so
the
many
fuck are
spots
those
for me.
Polish motherfuckers eating, dude? They're like
I don't
fucking
know.
beasts. They're fucking machines. They fucking write the sickest death metal. I mean, fuck.
Some of it, yeah,
What
they
in the
are
fuck?
Infernal War. So good. Infernal War rules ass. God damn, I can't get enough of that band.
You know, he plays in a lot of bands. He plays in Azeroth.
yeah, I did.
So
I watched every video of him with that.
and then Deus Mortus. Is it that's another sick band. That's like that two dude. I mean, like the album called one of the albums is just him and another dude, and they wear the corpse paint and shit. Anyway, fucking dude's a fucking machine. Respects to that fucking dude. Stormblast, fucking
Yeah,
badass motherfucker.
he's one of my favorites for real. And he fucking I just love his blasting so fucking much.
Nolan, what kind of sticks do you use? What size?
I use 5B nylons, and I'm not picky about brands at all because I just break the son of bitches. So I use Goodwood.
Right on, Goodwood. It's like the Walmart. Is that the Walmart? I'm kidding.
It's actually, it even says by Vader. They're the fucking defective Vader
okay, right on,
drumsticks.
right on.
And they just feel just wonderful. And I honestly whenever I drop some fucking money on like a pair of some, honestly, if I had to pick a fucking expensive ass drumsticks to use, it'd probably be like a ProMark. Because every time I use a ProMark drumstick, I'm like, this feels like I'm fucking driving a Lamborghini or some shit. It just feels so fucking nice in my hand.
I love ProMarks, dude. Okay, I know there is some people that kind of like they want to brag because they use thick sticks, like thicker sticks, and I don't say this in any kind of bragging way, but I've been using 2Bs for the past year and a half, and I feel that it's just the volume that it helps me because in a way my kind of like weird technique when my rolls are like on my weakness. So when I use the thicker sticks, my rolls sound way louder, like the toms sound way louder, and I have to put less effort into it, you know. So
Yeah.
at the same time, I start me to hit the cymbals kind of like not as hard because I use thicker sticks. But I agree with you. Like ProMark sticks are like fucking badass, dude.
They
Like
just feel
they're my
so
favorite.
nice.
They're my favorites, dude.
Probably mine too, man. If I was like a rich
Expensive.
motherfucker, yeah, they're fucking hella expensive. That's
$13 a
I'm
pair.
not doing that ever. I'm buying Goodwood drumsticks, and I'm totally gonna break them, and I'll break a fucking ProMark too. But
Have you
I
checked out
love
the
them.
Scorpions? I have one pair. I want to check out the Scorpions 2B, but I don't think they had 2Bs.
I've never used. Never.
When I met Dan from Scorpions last year in what the fuck Chicago Domination Fest, he gave me a pair, but I think it was like 5/8 or something, 5Bs. I can't remember, but I don't think he had 2Bs then. So I'm really wanting to check out the 2B Scorpions, see how they feel, man. Because you know, I always would like to. I always like to support maybe like the smallest business than kind of like these fucking big ass corporations, you know.
I agree.
And the fucking logo was badass, you know, and Dan was fucking
Totally.
cool as fuck. So
Apparently, they're pretty goddamn durable.
fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I recommend you trying them out. The ones that I have, I like him. You know, it's just like I got used to playing like the thicker sticks, like I said, you know. Uh,
My buddy Alex Pulvermacher from Wisconsin even like messaged me when we were having a discussion on Facebook saying, "Hey, I'll mail you a pair of my custom Scorpion sticks so if you pay for shipping." And I never have done that, so I'm gonna fucking get on that. I'm gonna hit that motherfucker up. I bet it was a year and a half ago or some shit.
yeah. No, fucking do it up, man. It's never too late.
I should just I make money. I should just buy some Scorpion sticks. But honestly, like that's money that I could be spending on fucking Pisces symbols, which is my hugest obsession right now.
Oh, I know, dude. I fucking envy you so much with that. Like, you got fucking feisty rights. I'm like, those rights sound so fucking, fucking flawless, dude. They sound fucking beautiful, dude.
I live in near like these cities, Overland Park, Kansas, and Lee's Summit, Missouri. They're pretty close to me, and they're full of really, really rich, stupid fuckers who sell their shit on Facebook Marketplace for nothing, knowing not what it is. And I fucking have scoped some feisty shit, and I'm buying things that are $400 for like $35.
Oh, what? That is
It's
fucking, that's killer, bro. That's fucking awesome.
and I fucking there's things on there right now that I'm thinking about buying. It's not my brand and shit. I'm thinking about buying it anyways, just to fucking like sell or see if a drummer friend of mine wants to buy them from me. Like you ever like the Neil Peart series, Sabian Paragons?
Oh, I've had a Paragon once. I had a crash. I don't even know
Yeah,
how it came to my possession back in Florida back in the day. Somebody left it, and I found it in some kind of like studio that we got or whatever. And
cool.
they were fucking great. The crash was one of my favorites. Uh, one of the things that I like about those pasties, those rides, dude, is like it reminds me a lot of like the Hellhammer because Hellhammer uses like pasties that those white rice and it's just like the woods, right? and
Dude,
his
they need
fucking
to make
tempos, his ride are so amazing, dude. Like
his ride's
fucking,
fucking amazing.
I know, dude. I fucking love it, dude. Hell,
When I met Hellhammer, I was so fucking nervous and
starstruck,
starstruck.
starstruck, starstruck.
I was so starstruck by him that all I could say was like, "I'm a huge fan of you and your ride symbol." And he was like, "Are you talking about my current one?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, it's my Peisty 22-inch Mega Bell." I was like, "Oh fuck!" And but they, if they're gonna have all these signature ride symbols, like they're gonna have a Stuart fucking Copeland one, and then have a fucking, all these other motherfuckers. Why don't they just mass produce the fucking Hellhammer one too? He's a huge name, and they're gonna have to eventually, because
Eventually,
that
I'm
thing is.
sure.
It has the bell of the Eclipse, but you can actually fit it in places. That fucking Eclipse rides great and everything, but it is 24 fucking inches, and
That's
it's a
insane.
table. It's literally hard to put places.
Fucking A, dude. I met
Yeah.
Hellhammer
So
once. I was
it's
in
it,
Maryland Death Fest, dude. I was just chilling with this girl, and then with this friend of mine, we drove from fucking Florida all the way to Maryland. And Arcturus, you know why we we drove there? Because I wanted to see Arcturus. I'm like, I have to go see Arcturus. It was a fucking intense drive, dude, because we had to make it. And I remember that I met Hellhammer, and I turned around, and he was just standing there. I'm like, you fucking Hellhammer. He's like, yeah. And I was like the same thing as you. I was like starstruck. I'm like, holy shit, right on. And I couldn't say anything else. I didn't say anything else, dude.
right on.
And I was just thinking, like, this dude is smaller than he looks because he looks like fucking huge, right? In the
Yeah,
pictures. But he's got big arms, but he's shorter. And I'm like, motherfucker, you like Danny Fields. You fucking wear those big ass boots. No wonder why you're playing big ass boots. But I was like, all I could think was like, man, like, fuck, dude. The, you're a fucking legend, dude. And then he just took off. So I mean, I didn't say anything because I was like starstruck. I was like, what the fuck do I
that's
tell?
funny as fuck.
Like, what do I tell Hellhammer? I mean, if I could sit down with him, I would fucking like talk with him. But I was like, at the moment when you don't expect it, you're like, Hellhammer.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna about to ask him about his
Like,
trigger toms or anything, or I wasn't gonna ask him what if he used Axis shortboard still or anything like that.
no, dude, he actually, now that I think about it, he's probably one of the drummers that started using heel toe from the
Yeah,
beginning, dude. And nobody
he
ever mentioned that. And I'm
and push
surprised.
pull.
And push pull, exactly. And I'm surprised that a lot of, that always like that. When you think about heel toe and doubles, who is the first drummer that comes to mind?
John Longstrip.
Thank you very much. Exactly. To all of us. But
Mm-hmm.
but actually, before John, there was
It was
Hellhammer.
Hellhammer.
And Hellhammer was doing all that. And you wonder, it's like first like, wait, how the fuck is he playing with those fucking big ass boots? Oh, it
Yeah,
makes it makes total sense because a lot of his style and his drumming is just like it's the fucking doubles, dude.
yeah.
And it's like, wow, it took me a while, and he's got that push pull technique and that right. It's amazing, dude. I'm a huge Hellhammer. As you can tell now here, like fanboy. I'm a huge Hellhammer fan.
Yeah.
you know, yeah, one of the sickest drummers. Who are your top? If you have to pick, okay, I'm gonna give you three different segments.
Three.
If you have to pick from three drummers of all time, three drummers from, let's say, from the death metal from the 2000s and before, from the 90s to 2000s, and then your current from the new wave, three drummers. So give me nine drummers, three different eras.
All right. So all-time favorites, period, would be Bobby Jarzombat from like Fate's Warning and Riot. He's that open-handed badass motherfucker, and then he's got that DVD where he's playing fucking his brother's band, fucking Spastic Inc., and he's got crashes behind him and shit. If you haven't
Oh
seen
yeah,
it yet, you
fuck
should
yeah,
because
that's
it's.
just sick.
And then after that would be fucking Nico McBrain from fucking Iron Maiden because I
Fuck
just
yeah.
love that motherfucker's Tom and ride work. And I've been listening to that shit forever. It's still to this day fucking I listen to Iron Maiden and I'm like, huh, that's a cool ass idea. Shit. And then after that it'd be for I really love Scott Travis from Judas Priest. He's like joined on the Painkiller album, and that was a really big deal for me growing up. And so that'd be my top 3 like all time since I've been a drummer shit. But as far as like older death metal, black metal drummers, it's gonna be fucking like Dominator. Would you consider him more old school or no?
It doesn't. I mean,
No, okay. Then what
I
about
mean, he's kind of like the new. He's kind of like the newer school, right? I mean, he's older
Yeah,
like
you're
me, but he's
right.
kind of like newer school, right? Because he
You're
wasn't
right.
like we started like knowing about Dominator only after he got in that funeral.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So fuck that. I'll say Steve Ashim from Deicide because I think that he is underrated. I thought he was like so much better than
Absolutely, brother.
underrated compared to all those other motherfuckers. And then Tony Loreno because he's a fucking fellow fat guy. He fucking is an endless tom fill, snare fill bastard, and he started Niall's drum sound.
Dude,
And he
dude.
1 foot blasts. And if you ask, I saw some interview with George Colias, and they say, what do you think your drumming is like compared in Niall? He goes, it's like Tony Loreno's style.
It's like what?
It's like Tony's style. I play like Tony, but a little faster. It's like you're damn right because they just 1 foot blast for most of their shit, and they do cool ass tom fills, and they do tons and tons of double bass, and then they're both so damn good at doing the fastest double bass and then shifting into like 190 BPM mode, where it's just like all leg motion, and that to me has always been a fucking horrible nightmare. I'm getting better at it, but those two are like just dropping a clutch into a car, going straight into that tempo. They're the masters,
dude.
And then go on. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want, since you're Tony Laureano, one of the sickest drummers I've ever seen in my fucking life, live. Like on a live show, has been Tony Laureano with Niall in their Darker Shrines. That was on a tour from that album. Mm-hmm. That was at BB King's in New York City, and it was with Napalm Death and the Berserker. In 2003, dude, and I was like, Tony Loreno had the fucking braids in the side, and they and they had fucking John Vesano, fucking big ass bass player in the front with the long hair, that fucking lineup, and I didn't know who the fuck Niall was, dude. I mean, I had not heard him. I had recently moved back here from Colombia, and I had not heard Niall, and dude, all I can tell you is that my jaw dropped when I see fucking Tony going in the bells, dude. Doing his
and
bells. When they play Sarcophagus, exactly the saw blade. And then when he plays Sarcophagus and they are doing all this shit, and I was just like, what the fuck am I seeing? How is this dude playing this fast? I mean, I had heard our funeral and stuff, right? And all these black metal bands and shit, but when I heard Niall, that was like, oh, fuck, like the step like this. From here, fucking, I was more obsessed with like DSI and stuff like that, of course. DSI, maybe like Dark Funeral was like the fastest shit, right? But then seeing Niall and Tony Laureano, that was a fucking game changer for me, dude.
Anyone would tell you that is more extreme drumming than fucking. In 2003, Dark Funeral, what was out by then in 2003? Like Vobiscum and shit?
Yeah,
like, what else?
Yes, by then, for sure.
It wasn't like Diabolus or anything like that yet, was it?
I don't believe so. I think that was 2005.
That's when they shifted gear, and they're like, holy fucking shit, they're playing like 250, 260 now, or whatever speed it was. But fucking, I'd say that fucking Tony Loreno Niall is a bit more extreme than those other things, because he's the fucking master. He's a good ass son of a bitch. And he fucking, I can't help but respect another fat drummer fucking just wailing them bitches and going.
I know, dude. Mind blowing.
Making them skinny guys looking bad. I'm kidding.
Okay. So that's the second. Yeah, it's true. So okay, that's the second. Who's your third one of that era from back in the day, like of all time?
Kevin Talley. Does that count?
Of course, absolutely, man. Fucking Kevin.
Because I met him and he was super fucking nice. I saw him with Doth, which is kind of like whatever. I don't
shit. I remember, and I got stories. Because anyways, dude,
his work with Dying Fetus is the fucking best. I love his drumming so fucking much. he does such a like those videos of him playing with suffocation, and he just keeps one-footing all the Suffo blast. That makes my jaw drop because it's like you're too comfortable with this fucking shit, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's good. I love him.
He ha-
He's a
he
motherfucker.
he has the sickest rolls too, man. Shit.
Yeah, he's got some good. He's got good everything going on. He's got his shit together. I love it. I love him. He's my third for the old school death metal drummers. And for these new fuckers, I think that fucking number one. I'll say my favorite of them all first is definitely that Kevin Paradis from France. He
Hands off to
is
that master, dude. That's another. That's
he's
the number one,
he's
dude.
he's the reason why I'm working on fucking push pull, and he's also the reason why I like. He doesn't fucking do swivel or any weird technique. He's just doing fucking straight up ankles, just bouncing that bitch, and he does fucking 260 BPM for one full fucking minute. I was just like, if he could do it, we could all work towards that. He's the one who set the standard, in my opinion. Anyone can do it. You just have to work as hard as old Kevin did.
You know what's a crazy thing, dude? That Kevin can do any fucking style he wants.
Yep.
Any
Oh my
fucking style. He can
god.
do doubles. He can do whatever, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I know. He's got that video of him doing. I don't give a fuck about the faceless one bit, but he's doing doubles on the double bass. So he's doing. But he's also doing it where he's bouncing on the hi hat a little too, and doing a blast where it's a pumping hi hat blast with double bass underneath it. And it's like that's overkill. I love it. That's the best. And he just, I love his shit so fucking much. He's faster than fucking anyone because of his push pull and his 1 foot double bass and shit. I can't believe in that benighted drum cover contest. Did you ever see that shit?
It's hard as fuck. I can do that shit.
Song?
I'm like, what? And I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, fuck you, bro. I'm like, damn. I was just like, damn.
That seems that's just too fucking hard.
Dude,
and yeah, he kills that shit.
Insane, dude. Okay, who else?
That fucking Eugene Ryabchenko fella. I think that he, other than the fact that he can 1 foot Flesh God Apocalypse song, he just like he's adapted the double stroke technique, and I think it's cool as fuck that like someone that can 1 foot blast and do these things so solidly, he's still gonna do it just because it's like fun to do because we're drummers and we're having fun. And it's like fucking, I think that's cool as shit of him, and also he fucking shreds ass, and he doesn't do any special shit with his fucking hands either. He just does straight fingers, it seems. I don't know if it's wrist or fingers. It just doesn't seem like he's doing anything too fancy with his hands. None of that. That shit. Fucking, I just appreciate that about him. And also, one thing I love about him is that he uses all of the most delicious sounding heisty cymbals ever. And he ever since he got that Eclipse ride, he can't go back to anything. I saw somebody commenting on something saying, "When are you going to go back to the Stuart Copeland ride?" He goes, "Any other ride I use now seems quiet." And I'm like,
compared to a pasty ride?
Yeah, that 24-inch motherfucker, the table.
I got a 24. I got a 24-inch fucking old school Siljan. That's like a fucking church ride, and it's like from the 70s. And I look, a friend of mine, like he just sold it to me for $40, right? And then like, and last year, that was like 3 years ago. And last year, I'm like, okay, this ride's from like the 70s, and I looked it up online, and it's like $600.
Yeah.
600. That motherfucker is the loudest fucking ride I've ever heard. It sounds killer. I mean, but I don't know if it beats the fucking pasty, you know. But damn, dude.
I've heard your videos, and I know which ride you're talking about because you've even talked about it a little bit. And that ride sounds fucking great.
Yeah, I really like it, dude.
It sounds fucking wonderful. It might not be as loud as that fucking Eclipse ride, only because the Eclipse ride's a bit thick, and it's got like a big old fucking titty of a bell.
Is that the blue one? Is it the blue one?
No, it's the Rude series. It's orange like a Rude, you know.
Oh, okay.
The blue one's the Stuart Copeland one. That one's like kind of.
Oh, that is correct.
The what?
That is correct. I remember that dude from Cattle was using that ride for some years.
I think that ride is kind of plain. It looks cooler than it fucking sounds.
Ah, right on.
I think that the fucking the Danny Carey, that purple one he has out, that one's better. But then again, I don't know. I like the thicker heavy metal rides. I have to say my third person still. Fuck. I'm so stoned. I'm stoned as fuck, dude. I'm so sorry.
No, that's good. No, that's good. We're fucking doing great, man.
Talking about Pisces symbols. I was on a podcast
Five
recently
the
where I talked
symbols,
about
but
that too long.
no, it's okay. But okay, so who's your third one?
That fucking he's an up and coming motherfucker, and I just see he's been popping up left and right, and I love everything about that son of a bitch. He's the new drummer of goddamn Brodequin, that Brendan Shackelford kid.
Brandon is fucking killer, dude. Holy shit.
He
He's so fucking technical, dude. Like I remember I was playing like Las Vegas Death Fest like 2 years ago, and this dude was out. There was a drum set out in the back, and
mm-hmm.
every time I walk out there, like to get fucking high, roll a joint, dude, that dude will be just out there going like the push pull, like just quietly, just like I'm like, dude, I'm like, this kid is gonna fucking blow up soon. Sure enough, 1 year goes
Yeah,
by, like now he's in Brother Queen, you know?
yeah. I see that guy fucking doing some good ass shit. He's killing it. His hands are so solid, and he's been posting those videos lately of him just finger blasting. And I'm over here like, dude, why even bother fucking do all that hard work? Just do the fucking push pull. You're already so goddamn good at it. And he spanks us. There's that video. I can't even remember what the band he's playing in is, but that bitch just starts off pop 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 pop, and just straight a ride blast, and he is just spanking the crap out of his fucking snare. And I was like, that's when I sold me on him, and then I started following his shit. I'm like, this kid fucking rock.
Okay, we should mention this dude Christoph from Poland. This dude did a fucking cover of Infernal War, and he just actually got to play like 5 songs with Vader, and he's like 22, 23 years old, something like that,
Okay.
like super young or like 21, something like that. I don't know exactly his age, but if you don't know him, I'm gonna send you a link.
Does he have
Uh,
a short hair, kind of skinny? I know who
I
you're talking about. He did some sick Nile covers too.
Yes, he's got all kinds of covers, dude. And it's
Yep,
like
that guy's good as fuck.
a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, he got to go on stage with fucking Vader and play 5 songs with them. And he's got like a live video, and he's just fucking hitting hard as fuck, dude. And like ta 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 ta. Ta. And what I noticed, that I'll tell you, is that Peter is for like so fucking picky about that skank beat, like tuta tuta tuta. Like you gotta hit that snare fucking hard, because a lot of drummers, they'll go from ta 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 blasting hard to the skank beat, and then the snare volume drops tuta tuta tuta, because they're concentrating in the other part, in the leg, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the volume the snare does, it drops. But this kid, dude, is fucking doing to a blast into a fucking the skank beats, like fucking railing the snare drum. And that's something that this guy James Stewart, the fucking the drummer, the British dude that's been playing with them for a long time,
I
the one that
saw
played
him.
for the
He's good.
Capitale. Oh, he's a fucking beast. The dude
Yes, he
fucking hits it
is.
really hard. He's he
He's a
was a
hard
little
ass.
he was a little douchey sometimes. Like my band got to tour him with Vader for like we played like 22 shows with them across the country, and it was his like
Mm-hmm.
first tour in the United States with Vader, and Vital Remains and shit. And he was douchey sometimes, but sometimes he was really cool. But all I can tell you is that that dude is a fucking beast of a drummer, and
Mm-hmm.
he would warm up for like an hour, hour and a half before he got on stage with Vader, and he uses Iron Cobras, and he would get on stage and he would just destroy the drum kit and make every drummer look like a fucking rookie, dude. In every fucking city we played, no, all of us, and not only all of us, any other local fucking drummer, he was the fucking man, bro. That dude is a
I love that motherfucker.
power machine, dude.
Up and coming runner for the new people on the scene is that fucking goddamn wait, what the fuck is that guy's name again? He's that drummer of fucking Vitriol, Scott Walker. You ever hear of Scott Walker or Vitriol?
Fuck yeah, that's another badass motherfuckers that I got to see right before COVID. Destroyed fucking our fucking lives.
Was it that
Uh,
you went to that Vader Vitriol one?
it was
Abysmal Dawn?
it wasn't Vader. It was another one.
Oh,
It
shit,
was
I don't
another
know.
band. Carol Decapitation. It was Carol Decapitation and Israel.
Oh, that different fucking tour then. It was, I think it was Vitriol and Vader is the show that we played with them in KC. They're
Yeah,
cool as fuck, and their drummer slayed ass.
that drummer is
Fucking,
sick, dude. He does doubles, he does singles, he does everything, dude.
he does like the stomping ass singles, and his doubles are like the fucking. He's doing like Christian speed blasts, but instead of doing like the triplet thing like what Christian show does, he does the doubles under that bitch, and it's like infernal sounding. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna fucking steal that shit. I'm not gonna steal it. I'm gonna do something like it with the Garota shit. I got the doubles pretty
But
much down
let
now.
me ask you something now that you mentioned that. Is it really stealing when you just like it's everything's been done, brother? It's like it's not really stealing. It's what it is. It's taking little bits of pieces from every person and try to add it to your own style and what you can actually do. You know,
I agree. I agree. Yeah,
so it's not really stealing. You know,
not
it's
stealing.
the
I,
music
I,
is.
I was
I try to
inspired by
learn
it.
very very well, man. So how did COVID hit you, man?
It just fucking we canceled some shows that we but other than that, like we were just planning on playing some fucking shows, like just booking as many as we could and playing them. But throughout it all, it was like kind of we're gonna keep doing band practice weekly and trying to write albums and whatnot. So all COVID did was make us more productive in that, and like because
That,
in a short period of time, we fucking finished writing this my black metal band Cataphracts album and recorded that fucker. And also, my yeah, I Garota. We've got half our next album written. We wrote like 4 of the fucking songs during COVID. It's like it's been
see,
productive as hell.
that's I can tell you that you're a lucky man because you it seems like you have a lot of motivated and serious people around you, and sometimes it's been something that has not been in favor in my side sometimes, like having that
Yeah.
motivated people. I mean, the people that I've been working with lately are definitely more motivated and more serious about it, but that's always been kind of like my downfall. Hence, why why there has been like member changes in some of the bands and
Mm-hmm.
people getting kicked out, people quitting, and blah 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 blah. You know,
I hear you.
all the bullshit.
I've been lucky. I've been blessed with a lot of the people I've met throughout things, but I just I've been well, a lot of the people I've been working with for a long fucking time. My guitar player Drew and I, we just realized we recorded our 6th album together in 3 different bands.
But yeah, it's like a brotherhood, right?
Yeah, it is. And we even like we lived in Lincoln together at the same house, and then we moved here to Kansas City. He just moved to a different place, and I moved here with my old roommate from fucking Lincoln that I have my new power metal band with.
Well, that's one of the keys to success, dude. Is having
Mm-hmm.
that connection, the friendship, and the brotherhood. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
having that dedication, and that's badass. What do you think? Shows are gonna come back and tours, man.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Fucking everyone on the internet I see is joking around saying COVID's going to be over November 4th this year, and that's like a jab at the election or whatever. That made me laugh. Like conspiracy. Someone that brought it to me at work that was like, "Yeah, any of y'all been to Walmart lately?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have." And like, you notice anything about it? I was like, the entrance wasn't all hard to get in, and there was no fucking arrows keeping anyone away into certain spots. He was like, "You're right." I was like, "Walmart don't give a fuck about COVID no more. I guess no one's supposed to. What the fuck?" So I don't know. Uh, we'll see. Shit, worst case scenario. One thing that COVID's done is caused me to spend a lot of money on gear and to stay home more, and I've gotten really good at a lot of things that I wouldn't have
Exactly.
for real.
I'm starting this podcast. That's one of the things that COVID has done for me. Started being able to play, to practice my ass off, be able to write more songs with the bands that I've been working with, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
being able to like you know just work out and just you know try to stay productive as fucking possible.
COVID's
That's
definitely made me a better chef too because of all the time I've spent fucking like barbecuing meat. I'm the master fucking barbecue cooker. I could
oh
smoke
okay.
anything.
So when are you gonna come visit, bro?
You guys,
You should definitely
do you have
come
a
visit.
smoker?
I don't have a smoker, but we can figure it out. I got,
Do you have a
we can
Weber
find
grill?
one.
Do you have a charcoal
Yes,
grill?
yes.
I could smoke the best ribs in the world on a charcoal grill. We got this.
Well, dude, I live in a big place. It's a studio. It's a building. I got everything here. I got plates. I got fucking trading bags. I got absolutely fucking everything, bro. And it
On
would
my
be.
way.
And
On my way.
I got a fucking stage here. We do shows here once in a while. Like shows of like
Fucking A.
20 people. And I would love to have you here, man. It'd be
Fucking
fucking
book
amazing.
corroded for one of your personalized shows. We'll show up. Fuck yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, so definitely. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Because we're all gonna pull up
Sometime
and want to
soon.
fucking go to the dispensaries also and shit too. Because we
Oh,
don't live in the League of Cities.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Actually, like you see my post right before we started the podcast. I'm gonna be doing a video with Incinerate this fucking Friday, this Saturday. They're
Hell
flying
yeah.
here, and I've been talking to Jesse for years, and the things like he asked me to like play with them before, but I mean, come on, like Darren Seska recorded those last two Incinerate albums. I don't know if you know who Darren Seska is.
Yeah, I do.
He's a
He's a
fucking
fucking boss.
he's a beast of a drummer, and the shit that last two Incinerate albums were super fucking technical, and I was just like, I mean, come on, realistic. I'm gonna be realistic. I mean, some of the shit that he plays, I cannot fucking play like him, dude. He's like, oh, you got it. I'm like, oh, you're a vocalist. You don't know. Like when I sit down and I actually start to listen to everything he's doing, and for me to spend the time to learn that shit, it's impossible. But I mean, uh, they come up with this new album and they send me the songs, and they're definitely a little more straightforward than all the other super technical stuff. So it's definitely more
Okay.
doable. And yeah, man, they were gonna play Slaughterfest. Slaughterfest. It was supposed to be a fest that replaces Vegas Dead Fest this year, but unfortunately, it got canceled. And I was working hard to try to like sending me. I sent them a video of one song to see if I could play the fest with them, and then the fest got canceled, and their drummer didn't get back to them, dude, in like a few months. So they just asked me to be in the video. So fuck yeah, dude, I'm
Cool.
stoked about that, man. Very stoked. So.
Hell yeah. Your drum set's looking nicer than fucking ever right now.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's here. Like I said, dude. If you come, dude, you're welcome to fucking play it. I would love to fucking do some recording. I got everything now set up to be able to record drums. Now I just gotta do a little bit of learning. I got Cubase, but I'm gonna be doing a little bit of learning of how to, work on it. But I would love to have you here. Come record some drums, dude. We'll fucking party all weekend. We'll eat some mushrooms, We'll fucking smoke some pot. We'll
Oh,
fucking,
I ain't
we'll,
tripping so long.
I mean, I'll trip. You know,
I might trip too. Shit, it's been so long. I used to trip my ass off growing
dude,
up.
I love microdosing, dude. Microdosing is amazing.
Yes,
So
I never microdose. I always eat like an eighth of mushrooms at a time.
and we'll do another podcast where it's actually gonna be better sound, better audio and all that. And I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
if you ever
I'm into it. I'm into it.
if
Let's
you're
set it
down,
up.
you're welcome to, man. That's gonna be fucking killer.
Fuck
Uh,
yeah.
dude, fuck yeah, dude. I really appreciate you fucking taking the time, to do this, bro.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Shit, I just been sitting here
Damn.
getting stoned out of my fucking mind. I'm high as a kite right now, dude.
That's fucking killer. I mean, I'm gonna probably roll another joint and then, take the rest of the night, fucking, have maybe another drink and just chill out, man. Wake up early and kick some ass tomorrow.
I might
Kick.
play this fucking E kid after this, and the fucking I gotta hit the head because my ass works in the warehouse world. We gotta be clocked in at. I like to clock in 15 minutes early every day. I
No,
do.
no, yeah, no, that's badass. I was yesterday, dude. Yesterday, I fucking jammed for like I practiced for like 3.5 hours.
In the
And
morning,
no, like 3.5 hours in the afternoon. I finished and
holy shit.
I fucking lifted weights for like an hour, dude. And then I was fucking dead tired today. But today I fucking did like 2.5 hours. I finished fucking
Jesus fucking
drumming.
Christ.
I did finish 2.5 hours. I finished drumming, and then I was telling you, I was like, I'm fucking starving. I gotta get some fucking food. And
Dude,
you know,
god
uh,
damn.
single fucking dude. I ain't got no wife to fucking cook for me. Which I mean, I wouldn't expect a wife to cook for me all the time, but you know.
Yeah. You ain't
Anyways,
had.
anyways,
I know.
that
I'm in the
single
same
life.
boat with you. I'm in the same
Yeah.
boat with you. I'm a single fucking ass dude too, man.
So you gotta
But
go cook your own meals and all that, and do your
yeah,
cleaning and
but
do all your stuff.
I cook my own masterly fucking cooked meals. I cook the best shit ever. I fucking eat like a goddamn king. I don't fucking post shit about what I eat. I sometimes do. Like them ribs I made the other day. I had to post a picture of them because I fucking am the master of making motherfucking ribs now. I'm confident I can make ribs on any fucking grill using at least most of the ingredients I can find in any grocery store.
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, dude. Right here in this place, because there is like several bands practice here as well. There's a lot of friends here that we all hang out and stuff, and there is several dudes that cook here, and we fucking eat good, bro. Let me tell you that.
Well,
Sometimes we have some like lobster tail, and we have some steaks, and we have all kinds of fucking cookouts here, bro. And Like I
That's
said,
hard. That's some
we cook
shit.
out, we jam, and our group is small, but it's fucking badass, and fucking the building is metal as fuck, dude.
We
So
have a small ass group here in KC too. We all the same ass motherfuckers hanging out with one another.
well, as soon as we put this music out, VX, which do you know what VX is?
I've seen a lot of your drum videos of you playing some
But okay,
VX shit.
VX is the deadliest chemical agent. You know, the
It's
deadliest.
what?
It's one of the deadliest chemical agents.
Really?
Yeah, Kim Jong Un killed his stepbrother. With VX.
Really? I didn't. Kim Jong killed his stepbrother with it.
Yeah, in an airport. So it was the dude was like gonna leave North Korea, and some lady walked up to him and just like rubbed his face with a piece of like a piece of rag that had VX in it. 20 minutes later, the dude was fucking dead. VX is a
Holy shit!
highly illegal chemical agent, which VX stands for venomous agent X. Well, I can't wait to hear the albums that you just recorded with your black metal band, dude. The album you
Yeah,
just did some
it's
recording like a few weeks ago, right?
yeah. 2 weeks ago, I fucking recorded my second album in my U-Haul storage unit.
Sick, yeah.
We did. We've done. My Black Metal band Vader did one 2 years ago, and then just last 2 weekends ago, my Black Metal band Cataphract did one, and I already can say that I like the Cataphract sound better because we got these new fucking overheads that are making my everything sound wonderful, and I did not trigger my kick drum. Oh shit!
Yeah,
You
something happened.
there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Sorry
here.
about that.
No, that's okay.
I just had my phone kind of unplugged and it was telling me that it was low battery, but we're good now.
Okay.
Um, I didn't trigger my kick drum and I used the Iron Cobras and I always loved before you put your patch on a kick drum how it sounds just hitting it with a hard plastic. It feels wrong to me because it's like, oh, this is wrong. You're gonna break your kick drum head so faster. I didn't put no patch on that fucker and I just used a Remo Power Sonic, which is like the Remo version of the EMAD, or the
Uh huh.
Super Kick.
Right,
And the
right.
fucking, I'm over here every time I hear these recordings, I'm fucking just like loving that fucking mic kick drum sound. Every time I do like a
Fuck
booga digga
yeah,
booga
dude.
digga booga digga booga digga booga digga booga digga, it just sounds so freaking
Uh,
good. And then the 1 foot blast too, because it's mostly like a 165, 160 BPM 1 foot blast just
I
from hi
mean,
hat to crash to ride.
dude,
It's
anything under 200, anything under 200, what the fuck do you need a trigger for, man? You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like it's all acoustic, dude. I like actually today when I was jamming that Incinerate stuff, I fucking just didn't hook up no triggers or anything. I was just playing without triggers, and I love it. And I love actually like when I warm up and stuff, when I jam, sometimes just jamming, I purposely turn the trigger off, and I'm not trying to play fucking 280, 260, 250. No, I'm trying to play fucking 180, 190, and do speeds and trash into the, hearing it and like hitting harder and just slower, but like
Mm-hmm.
you know triggers help great for speed, and because you want definition. But if you want like actual really good sound and play some fucking badass groovy killer metal drumming, fuck triggers. I mean, I love triggers, but I don't love triggers. So I know
I
what they're used
agree.
for. I know what they're intentional for. I know what their use is for. But
But another reason why I love the double pedals versus two bass drums here, like now that we're in 2020 or whatever in the future, is that I love the sound of a mic triggered bass drum. I think that's really good as fuck sounding, especially guys like when you start doing the faster double bass, the trigger takes over and it sounds fucking cool. And like you can't to mic and trigger two bass drums is just like that's such a fucking bullshit. Like just miking and triggering one bass drum is so ideal, and it's like you can do that. Double pedals make that so much. You don't need a second kick drum no more. The world's become one bass drum. I think.
yeah, Nolan. So hey, give me a few bands that you've been listening to lately that
I've
people should
been.
check out, and
I don't know if these are like I've been fucking just hardcore digging into the past and listening to prog rock hardcore. As lame as that sounds, that's what I've been listening to. I've been listening to a ton of fucking like this. I've been listening to Kansas and Genesis a fuck ton, and yes, I know that's not like interesting or anything, but I'm fucking stoned as fuck, and I listen to that shit in the morning,
so
and I think
no
about it all
no
day.
no new metal CDs or anything you've been listening to? No metal albums.
There's some fucking new albums I fucking have loved the shit of. Like fucking this band Ambush from Sweden. They put out this album called Infidel, and that motherfucker is amazing. It's just heavy metal. There is my friends in California called Conjurer. They put out this fucking album, and I pre-ordered it, but it's online to listen to. And that motherfucker rules. The drummer. Okay, so one thing about this drummer you might dig is he's a double stroke drummer, and he does not trigger, and he puts his whole motherfucking barefoot ass foot on his Axis pedals and hits every stroke like wonky looking like, but his doubles are fucking loud.
You know?
Look, I fucking, you know who taught me how to do doubles? The internet. Just by fucking watching the internet. I can relate with that Eugene Ryabchenko guy, and it dawned on me one day because I actually had asked my buddy Trenton from like Nephirim. I know you know that guy.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he's a killer drummer. Yeah, we play with a show with them. They actually play our CD release show.
Hell yeah. Well, I just like we were at a show and we played with him, and I went up to his kick drum. This was before we were like really good friends, because now we're fucking. He's my neighbor upstairs at my U-Haul storage unit and shit. And I peer pressure him into doing dabs all the time. Shout out to Trenton Sal here.
Fuck yeah, shout out, homie.
And he, I was like, I went up to his kick drum and I just pressed it with my finger, and I was like, "So you have a tighter kick drum, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah, I don't know, is that tight?" And I was like, "I'd say that's kind of tight, tighter than mine." And so the next day, I fucking I fucked with it. I fucked with settings, and I fucking started just doing the squishy fucking.
That's not cut out.
And the best way I could, I always felt it was like I was just squishing my pedals. I was just squishing my pedals and making it go. But I'm doing doubles the same as everyone else is, and fucking I just squished it out. I just squished that fucking just everyone out. And so I'd say maybe one thing that helped was the tighter kick drum at first, but now I've got it pretty down where I can do it. As long as I got a trigger. Triggers is where I need the bitches. But going back, that Luke Watawa from Conjurer, he don't need no fucking triggers, and he fucking does them doubles, and he stomps his fucking shit. And he recorded this album like 3 years ago, but they just started releasing it recently. And he recorded it with a fucking field track recorder, like one of those things. And shit. It sounds good as fuck. You'd have to check it out. It's black metal as hell. It's evil ass black metal. And fucking what else is there? Shit, I fucking put some stuff down. Oh yeah, the best of them, fucking Unmerciful, Wrath and Compass. That fucking that was a wonderful fucking like, that was just the shit. Trent Kelly fucking is out there shredding ass.
Holy, dude, holy. That's like shit. Fucking Trent is just fucking killing it, dude.
I was so fucking pleased with that fucking Unmerciful shit. I'm really good friends with little James King, the first drummer of Unmerciful.
He's another beast, dude. I seen him with Origin in New York City in 2006, 2005. Wow. God damn, I think I've seen too many fucking shows. I've been all over the goddamn fucking place. But anyways, dude, that Trent is a fucking very disciplined dude, very disciplined drummer. I look up to that dude a lot, dude. He's got that traditional style. Now, let me ask you this: as a drummer, do you prefer the traditional style of where the left hand is usually on the snare and you're blasting and your right is here and then you're doing all your right work, or do you like the style of the right and when sometimes you cut your time in half, or do you like more of that bomb blast where everybody does like ta 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 ta? That one bomb blast where you're hitting the cymbal on the right at the same time, or
my two favorite blast beats is like a ride blast with either with or without accents, with no accents or ride blast where you're just dinging that bitch, just going like on it. Those are my favorite, just like Infernal War style,
Right on.
Those to me sound hateful as a motherfucker. And then also I love like the fucking pumping 1 foot blast at like 160, 180 BPM and shit. I love that motherfucker. I just love hearing them so much. I don't care if it's the whole damn song. It sounds cool as shit to me. I love fucking bomb blasting's the shit too. I love fucking how Dominator fucking does his bomb blasts on that fucking closed hi-hat when he's at Aeon. Made it sound like a drum machine with those triggered drums too, but it sounds tighter than fuck.
Yeah, he's respects to that dude, man. 40 some years old and he's fucking killing it, man.
He's
You
one of
know?
my favorite. He's one of my favorite fucking drummers for sure. I love him. I wish like those other drummers. They've had more of an impact on me as a whole drummer, but Dominator is like my favorite. Fucking when I met Kevin Talley at that Dots show, they were playing with Dark Funeral in Lawrence, Kansas, and that's the first time I ever heard of or saw Dominator. And he's this left-handed drummer that was playing fucking all these blast beats and not fucking taking any breaks.
Yeah, I know, dude. You see him with 1349? What the
Oh, I
fuck,
saw.
dude?
We played with them too. That was an amazing. I couldn't believe that. He's a huge inspiration to me. I fucking love Dominator so damn much, and I love watching his videos. It humbles me.
He seems like a actually really rad dude, man. You know?
Fuck yeah, he is. The times I met him, he's been cool as shit. Fucking.
Mm.
Uh. Oh, what were we talking about before that? We were talking about newer shit.
Oh, about bands. I was asking you what bands were you listening to and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I found this
I've also
band.
been. I've been obsessed with this fucking. Oh, you know who Selena is. My fucking friends and I've been jamming her way too much lately, but I fucking love it. It's silly
Selena?
as fuck. Yeah, it's
That's
silly, but
funny.
it's feel good music, and I'm trying to learn Spanish, so it's good.
There you go. There you go.
And then fucking what else I got in here? Fucking I love that Vitriol band. They put out that fucking To Bathe from the Throat. Wait, To Bathe from the Throat. I don't even fucking remember what the album's called. I wrote it down shitfully. But I fucking love some songs on that. And that fucking Scott Walker drummer, he's a fucking hard son of a bitch. He's
They're
one of
they're
the
they're
dudes.
all badass, dude. I like that band a lot. Respects to to those dudes, man.
Fuck yeah. That's about it though. I fucking listen to the same shit all the time. And
Right on.
I listen to a lot of prog rock too, which is like just shit I get stoned and listen to in the weird hours of driving I have to do.
Right on, dude. Well, Nolan, I think it's gonna be time to wrap it up, brother. I really appreciate you fucking taking the time, dude, to take, to talk and shoot the shit, you
No
know.
problem, dude. It was my pleasure. Shit. We've been going at it for quite some time. If I could, I'm just would have been fucking getting stoned anyways. Shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I had a blast. I had a good talk, and thank you, brother. And let's fucking keep in touch. You know.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
I'm gonna come to Denver and fucking party with you here soon.
Indeed. Thank you, everybody. Till next time.